Thank you, Travis. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to tonight's regional news. We begin with a story from the Bahamas. The head of the Domestic Violence Unit of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, Delores Ferguson, has described the number of sexual violence cases in the country as startling. The authorities also reported that there has been an increase in the number of rape cases, with figures showing 51 matters reported so far for the year when compared to 48 incidents that were recorded in 2021. Police figures also show that there were 69 cases of indecent assault and 10 reported incidents of incest between January 1 and August 23rd in the Bahamas. As it relates to unlawful sexual intercourse, data shows that there were 7 cases reported to the police, while there were 39 incidents of unlawful sexual intercourse with a person under the age of 14, and another 37 reported unlawful sex cases with individuals between 14 and 16 years of age. Ferguson, who is also the Assistant Commissioner of Police, told the consultation meeting on the draft CARICOM Regional Gender Equality Strategy that there were also 1 reported case of sexual violence with a mentally ill person and 7 reported incidents involving dependents. Police also received 6 unnatural male sexual intercourse reports. She said, and I quote, "That's our numbers for the year to date from the 1st of January to the 23rd of August. Those numbers, ladies and gentlemen in the room, are startling." Ferguson added that there have also been 6 domestic violence murder cases recorded so far for this year. She warned that if the trend continues, this year's figures could surpass that of 2021 and 2020, which presented 8 and 6 respectively. Over to some news from Belize. The Belize government, acknowledging that it was caught by surprise at the decision of nurses countrywide to stage industrial action on Monday, said outstanding monies owed to health workers would be paid by Friday. Health and Wellness Minister Kevin Bernard told reporters that his ministry had met with the Nurses Association of Belize and subsequently wrote to the Ministry of Finance regarding the payment. He told reporters that a nationwide protests caught him by surprise in light of prior meetings with the association, and that agreement had been reached in relation to an adjustment made to the calculation of overtime hours for shift workers and the return of monies deducted from nurses' salaries during the last pay period as a result of a short hour deduction policy. President of the Public Service Union, Dean Flowers, said what is hypocritical about the whole affair is that 2 years ago, healthcare workers were being praised for their work during the coronavirus pandemic. Following the 2-hour meeting, which was also attended by representatives from the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Labor, 5 resolutions were agreed upon, including the Public Service Relations and the Government Workers Relations, will be reviewed to reflect regulations for shift workers. Now for a final story. The United States Coast Guard said it is committed to stopping illegal ventures and preventing unsafe voyages at sea as it repatriated 30 illegal migrants to Cuba following several interdictions off Florida's southern coast. The Coast Guard said last Thursday 2 makeshift vessels were stopped about 52 miles south of Marathon, Florida, and 1 day later a fishing vessel was also stopped about 32 miles south of Big Pine Key, Florida. The Coast Guard said a rustic vessel was also stopped on Friday at about 64 miles south of Sugarloaf Key, Florida. Since October 1, 2021, the U.S. Coast Guard said its crews have interdicted 4,822 Cuban migrants. That has brought us to the end of tonight's regional news. Back to you, Travis.